The night before, Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie get together for don't take my word for it, here's a summary of the plot from the beginning of the film.
Here's a little story I'd like to tell about three best friends and their first Noel. It begins right before Christmas, 2001, when a young man named Ethan became an orphan. His mama and papa, both tragically gone. It seemed for him, Christmas had sung its swan song. As he sat alone on Christmas Eve, his friends came over and forced him to leave. They had to get Ethan out of his funk. So they went to a bar and they got his ass drunk. With tears and with sadness, they started to mend. Then they said,
"No more crying, this sad must end."
Christmas was about family, but now it's about friends.
Oh, yeah.
Thus began a new tradition. The friends hung on Christmas and fun was their mission.
Totes hilaire, dead amaze, and not very much. So the story is that this is the last hurrah Christmas that they're going to go out and go, for this one big blowout because they're old mates together. And they have been searching for all of this time for a legendary party that happens on the night before Christmas, and this time they managed to get tickets for it, but it doesn't start until you can't find out where it is until 10 o'clock, so you have to go to a street corner and make a phone call at 10 o'clock. So in the meantime, they're going to hit as many bars and wear the jumpers and do the stuff that they do. Anyway, so it's directed by Jonathan Levin, who did 50/50, and it's that strange mixture of sort of laddie bromance now mixed with mawkish twaddle, which is what's happened to the kind of lad movie as the people involved in making them have grown up. Now, I have to say, in recent years, I have warmed somewhat to Seth Rogen, not least because I thought he was terrific in Steve Jobs, which I know you did as well. Yes. And I am also aware that I have famously got a tin ear for this kind of comedy. So I can only tell you that from somebody who's never been a fan of this kind of stuff anyway, I didn't laugh at all. There's the mawkish stuff at the beginning about becoming a parent and losing your parents. There are, top marks to Gillian Bell for actually sort of raising the tone generally. But very, very, very early on, Seth Rogen's character ingests a whole lot of magic mushrooms and then spends the rest of the evening in a stoner state. Which is kind of the sort of talisman for the rest of the film. And then he's got the wrong phone, and then he's getting things coming in on the phone, which are pictures of things which I can't talk about on the air. And you go, oh, it's that movie. And then it is that movie, and they sort of run around, and the joke is, we're all too old for this, but somehow they managed to carry on doing it anyway. Now, on the plus side, Michael Shannon, there are lots of cameos, pop star cameo and narrator cameos, and Michael Shannon does a pretty good job of being the drug dealer who is actually the kind of slightly mystical figure into whose car they keep getting at regular intervals to be given these sort of gnomic pronouncements on the meaning of life, along with magical substances. But at no point watching him did I laugh. And I just realised that I'm sure that my brain isn't attuned to this particular mode of comedy because I don't care about the characters and I don't believe in the characters and I don't believe in the situations. And even when they're meant to be grown up and dealing with parenthood, I don't believe in any of that stuff. And the mawkishness just makes it more like, okay, at least before, when they were just laddie bromances, there was a kind of dunderheaded purity of intention, but now it's kind of, we have to go, okay, well, we've grown up out of this stuff. So from my point of view, it's a total failure because it's just it's the no laughs thing. If I go to insufficient laughter. If I go to a comedy, I want to laugh. When I was watching the Lily Tomlin movie that we'll review next week, I laughed lots. Although it's a very serious movie in some ways and deals with serious subjects. In the case of this, it just seemed to be more backslapping, more of the same. I know some people who are aficionados of these films say that it's the one that has heart. Of all of them, it's the one that is moving more towards actually having some form of substance. I have yet to find that beating heart. What can I tell you? For me, no laughs. For others, maybe more. But I suspect from the amount of laughter that happened in the screening room that I was in, and understanding entirely that the problem with this may be my ear, not a lot of laughter. Not a lot of laughs.